Good afternoon, friends, neighbors, countrymen, and barrel-chested freedom fighters all around the world. It's the Old Paratrooper here, and I got a few comments to make on the midterm election. Now, I know everybody was hoping that we would have this big red wave that would just sweep a lot of the garbage out of our system. Well, we didn't get it. But I'd like to remind everybody, back in 2020, everyone said there was going to be a blue wave. When, with the exception of a presidential election, which somehow a potato won, despite never leaving the basement. But that's for another story. The important thing is, looks like we've won the House. A win is a win. The Senate is still in play, but I think one thing that a lot of people are not looking at is now all these states that have competitive Democrat versus Republican races, like Michigan and the deepest of blue states, New York State, we actually had a Republican run a competitive race in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. New York State is an interesting election. Think about it, folks. Millions of people who normally would have voted for the GOP have already left the state of New York. And yet, we still ran a competitive race, and the Democrats had to spend millions of dollars to keep the governors. I mean, that's kind of a good thing. I'd rather be on the offense than on the defense. So, and keep in mind, we've started seeing the Republicans do better in a lot of local elections, like New York, for example. We flipped a lot of seats that have been Democrat for generations, a long, long time. And it is at the state and local level, this is how we are going to fix our election system and get it back on track to where we have faith in our elections. So, there are some bright spots out there. And Ron DeSantis, he showed the way. I remember, well, not that long ago, when Florida, there was a lot of talk about Florida, was a purple state or the possibility of even turning blue. And man, Ron got in there and he turned that thing around. And that is the path we need to be on. He's good government, gets the job done. Right now I can't say enough good things about Ron DeSantis. And also, now the Democrats, they have a ticket for 2024. Biden Fetterman. 2 potatoes. If nothing else, it's a shoo-in for the vegan vote right there. A lot of crazy stuff has happened this election. There's still stuff going on, and I'm going to be putting some more stuff out down the road. But keep in mind, out of all the votes tallied, there's been 6 million more Republican votes across the country than there was Democrat. We're making progress. And it's taken 50 years of culture war for us to get to where we're at, and we're not going to change it overnight. But we can change a little bit every night. So, all right, freedom fighters, let's continue to watch our six. Let's continue to train. God bless America. And if you like what I'm putting out, please comment, like, or subscribe.